Hi students, coming to the next topic, that is the process flow. Whatever the process you are taking, how that process is going to be flow. A process or you can take, or a product you can take, or a thing you can take, or whatever activity you are taking, you are dealing. So that has to be follow some process. Means there's some flow you have to process. You have to take place. That is a process flow. A process flow can be done in different ways. The first you are taking here, I'm taking the linear process way. Means it is linearly, means it is sequentially, the process is flowing. First, a communication is taking place between the customer and the developer. That is the first phase. So after the completion of the phase, it is going to planning. Okay, we are taking, the developer has taken all the requirements and specifications from the customer. So then he is going to do a planning. After the completion of planning, they can enter into the modeling. They are going to design the planning section. After modeling, by seeing the pictorial representation, the developer is going to construct the product. Means their coding and testing is done in here. Coding and test. So after construction, they have to deliver the project. That is the deployment. Or deliver the product. Deployment. So this is a linear process flow, going in a sequential way. So this is a one process model. Now coming to the second type of process model, that is the iterative process flow. Iterative, saying that is a loop condition, means continuously rotating like that. So the same phases: communication, planning, modeling, construction and deployment. So once if the customer is communicated with the developer, if we taken some specification from the customer, the developer is going to plan the project. So if here comes any doubts, again he inquire the customer. Suppose if the customer want to add some few points to that product, whatever he want, he just again communicate with the developer, again try to planning. Means this is a iterative process between the customer and developer. So that's why we call it as a iterative process flow. Okay, once final they are doing the modeling. The developers are going to do the modeling. So they are not to freeze with only one task. They are always trying different ways. That is a modeling, iterative. Once they designed one model, so they are still elaborating that modeling to some easiest, means adding the enhanced features. So this is the iterative process flow. After construction also, they again communicating with the customer. Before deploying the project, they are asking, is there any changes we have today, just like prototyping, or just like it is in a spiral model. Just after the construction also, they are going to communicate with the customer if there is still any enhancements will be there. So finally, they deploy the project. They deliver the project. So this is the iterative process flow. In each phase, an iterations will be there. In one or two phases, iterations will be going on. So next, coming to the next process flow, that is the evolutionary process flow. What do you mean by this evolutionary process flow? Evaluating the each and every phase. So once if the customer and the developer is communicated, then the developer is starting the planning the project. After planning, the documentation, everything is over, they are going to be model the project. After that, they try to construct the project by writing the coding. After doing the coding, they are going to test the project. Once that, they are going to deploy the project. So deployment will be given to means the product is delivered to the customers. So even though you deliver the customers, the customer is going to be add the more features to that product. So this becomes the increment released. Increment, again they will be communicated, again they will do all the, if they want to add some more module, if they want to add some more services to the project, means like that the modifications will be taking place, and again it will be released. This is an increment released. You call it as an evolutionary process flow. Now coming to the next process flow, that is a parallel process flow. Parallel process flow, here a communication will be taking place between the customer and the developer. So once the communication is taking place, if they can go for the planning or directly they can go for the modeling. If the developer is having a clear view about the product or a project, they can directly go for the modeling without going for the planning. Directly they can go for modeling. So after modeling, they try to construct, means writing the code and testing. After that, they will deploy. Means they can follow these direction or they can follow this direction. So this is a parallel process flow. Either they can go this direction or can then go this direction. Parallel process flow. In this way they are going, in this way they are going. That's why we call it as a parallel process flow. So these are the different process flow techniques that will be taking place. Thank you.